So, gentlemen, over the weekend, I'm very sure you've been following the back and forth between the price wars between the Minister of Communications, stroke the ministry, and to Multichoice Ghana Limited as well. And need I run through the story? Not necessarily, but we've seen a divided front, and it's a part very some based on social. Some few Ghanaians also concerned and saying that these are private entities that can be allowed to run whichever way they want. As well, other parties saying that it's a regulated body that needs to see how to manage such situations. And there's a third significant or insignificant minute minority also saying that so it looks like we should, if we can do this, then let's prioritize other things. So there are three areas, but let's deal with the first two, and let me get your opinion on this, starting from my brother, sweet sister Lenny. I just want your opinion on the matter, please. Yeah, Lenny, sweet sis, girl, female, chick, beautiful bread, acknowledged. Yeah, female, we see everything you have.
Oh, bro, boy. Bro.
Anyway, Lenny. Okay, let me give her time to just breathe and then get into the conversation.
I want to buy some new boxes on Friday. I'll go buy some for you.
So Jason, let me pick your thoughts on Jason.
You like the fabric one,
guys? So, let me get you on this, guys. Okay, Kojo. I've moved.
Sir Lenny. Mr. Lenny.
God,
yes, Lenny.
Master Lenny.
And I'll come to you shortly. Don't mind them, Lenny. Don't mind them. I want to give you time to breathe. But
no.
Yeah.
Let's continue. The things that are on my chest is
your angulot. Show me your angulot.
It's doing me.
It's pangalot, your mungulot.
Let's get your personal opinion on all of this.
Yeah, I think that both the ministry or the minister and Multichoice have a case. Everyone is citing economic factors.
Your volume is loud. You don't want to worry anybody this morning, but volume it.
Everyone is citing economic factors. The Multichoice is citing 240% increase in depreciation of the city over a period of 8 years, and other economic constraints. And the minister is also citing the fact that Ghanaians are paying 3 times what other African countries are paying for the same offer or the same package. So I think that one thing that stands out is the fact that if you look at the other countries like Nigeria, the Nigerian currency is weak as compared to the Ghanaian currency. We know that things are costly here. Inflation has been on the rise, with the exception of in recent times where we've seen a depreciation. We've seen what's it called? The Ghana an appreciation.
Two barrels of cash to go and buy.
Okay. Yeah, an appreciation in the Ghanaian cedi, like the currency. So the minister is right to call for, and I mean, if you compare it to other countries, he's right to call for a reduction, because then Ghanaians are also, the Ghanaian citizenry is also hit with the economic pressures that everyone else is going through. So both of them, both factions or both sides are citing the same, but I feel like it has to come down to a matter of constructive dialogue. They have to meet at the middle. They have to meet at mid ground. Other than that, we're going to have a back and forth. But the minister has given an ultimatum, August 7th. Hopefully it doesn't get to the point where the DSTV or Multichoice operations are suspended here. But for me, I think that while everybody is citing the same reason for making their decision, or the same reason that's backing their decision, they have to meet at middle ground. That's what I think.
Well, to be very fair with you, I mean, I went disconnected because of two reasons: because of the cost, and then
because of cost.
Yes,
for you.
Yeah.
Or is it that you were paying it and then you weren't staying home enough to watch or to exhaust whatever you were paying? That's why
I have a satellite from Mars that is watching my house. I'm paying for that one.
Honestly,
I don't mind that one.
Because
so that's the two reasons is cost, and then I don't get a chance to watch because I felt like television has gone to what do you call it? Pay on demand, or what do you call it? Like
Pay-per-view.
Yeah.
On demand.
On demand, yes. So those were two reasons, and one has been highlighted clearly because of the cost. Even though, yes, I can afford it, I have to hit my hand on my chest.
That's
and
what
say,
I'm asking.
I can afford it.
Is it
but
because you can afford, but you don't stay home? Because
Yeah.
for some people as well, that's a reason. They don't stay home enough to watch whatever. So there's no point that you keep paying over and over and over again. So if that's your reason,
Yeah,
then
the
it's
second
different.
the reason of not staying home to watch or not getting a chance to watch my DSTV bouquet is, for me, it's not really a problem because there's so many other things that I don't get to use, like my furniture. I bought it, but I only sit inside once.
No, but that one you've
once a
already
day.
bought it.
The one, yeah, the fan self, they use them only once in a blue.
No, but it's not the same
now
thing.
Ghana is
Jay.
cold, so we make fan self make use less small.
It's not the same thing because for those ones
The-
you've already bought them and it's
the-
not a
the
month on
the
month.
flowers. The
No, but it's
flowers.
not a month on month subscription.
The flowers was growing from myself. Other people are watching it more than me. So I'm not saying that the use is not, for me, it's not a problem, but it is the price, which has come up as a conversation. But before I even go, it's not about me. Yeah, I'd love to hear what your system. Great point shared. Jason, what do you think? Or what you standing on this? You see, that's the thing. I didn't get DSTV. You see, somebody not get something. You know, but
I think there's another
because
one.
for years, DSTV has
There's another
created
subscription
like
service.
having DSTV. I'm coming for years
there
having
is.
DSTV. If you can, yeah, let me say.
Oh,
two
if
things
they
here.
don't have DSTV, they have
No,
Go
I'm
TV.
is there a
Go
privilege? I'm coming.
Go
Is there a
TV.
privilege? You see those times, right?
It
If
was
you are
a
passing,
status
if you are passing
symbol.
inside somebody's house,
But not
it's
anymore.
privilege. That's what I'm saying. That those times, if you pass
At the
somebody's
time,
house,
that was several
where you
decades
see
ago.
dish, it creates some level.
It was a
Secondly,
status symbol.
There's some in Cyril's
let me
office.
give you history. Secondly, those times when they didn't have a digital magazine and it was go and pick the actual TV magazine from their office. You understand? No,
you get money chair.
no, somebody
This is father money
chair. You want this night my life.
somebody where we they go pick. And they come.
Your dad.
That's why you call
It's fine. It's fine. We believe you.
So those times, if you see for somebody in house, respect. Then the last thing when they make DSTV, the BBC, you see your sound quality. You cannot watch it on your regular TV sound. You have to get home theater. So when you go somebody and get DSTV house, why if you come your house when they watch local, here ones and they can use this monochrome to black and white to view.
See.
But let me hear from you, Jason. Where do you stand in this, regardless whether you have DSTV or not?
Yeah, so when I saw this, in my mind, the first thing I was asking myself is it private? Because I've never paid attention to who owns it, who is distributing it, how much money they're making. All we see is it costs a lot of money. They have, these levels.
Okay, yeah.
And as you just said, it's seen as a status symbol. But
Not
I think,
anymore.
Okay, I mean, back to an extent, though.
No.
It's not?
Like
DSTV now.
Previously, it
A
was
lot
all?
more people have
I think
DSTV now than before.
previously
Before
it
it
was
was
more
Okay, so
Yeah.
more so before compared to now.
Yes.
So, I mean, I saw just not too long ago a statement from DSTV. Again, I saw what the minister said in comparison to Nigeria and the fact that it had been brought down. As Jay said, I saw some people saying, okay, then let's create something that's going to compete. I saw people saying they've got off it before what's happening now. So, honestly, if it is a possibility that's going to be brought down for the Ghanaian people, everybody's going to side with the minister that, okay, this is what we're going through. It costs too much. And once it has been done somewhere else, it can be done here. In terms of price reduction, inflation, and the depreciation of the city. So, where I stand is, if it's possible, I agree with Kojo, like, they should just come to a mutual understanding
Plus,
of bringing it down.
They complied with authorities from other countries
Because it's a
why
business.
Can't they
I
comply
think
with
Yeah.
the minister's
I
requests,
think
even if
what
they
we're
can't.
forgetting is it's a business.
should it be a legal case before it's or there's the ministry has the right to request because they haven't set did they set a percentage reduction?
30%.
30%.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So that's why there are two things. It's the ministry enforcing a certain percentage.
And it is a regulatory body.
Yes,
the
so-
overall
So
regulatory
legally they
body.
have
But
the right
also
to.
if
No,
the
I mean
company-
setting the percentage.
If the company can't do that and they are going to fold with that percentage, then they should be granted the chance to also now reach an agreement, because they've been in operation in Ghana for over 30 years, right? So there should be a way that things can be done. Because mind you, if they have to close down, we are talking about employment and all of that. And this is a time where we are complaining that there's lack of employment. They've employed so many people, like so many people benefit from them one way or the other, not even the consumers, right? Because it's just for entertainment or information purposes, but the people who are also working with them as well. So I don't think it should be a forceful thing.
And recently,
right?
they've also been acquired by
Canal Plus,
yeah.
right? So the people who can afford it should afford and buy. It's like that. You see,
That's
I
why
don't
I
think
asked,
it shouldn't be forced down people's throats. At the end of the day, it's not everyone that can afford everything on this earth. There are things that people will not be able to afford. Even the regular thing as food. Some people may think that food, beans, that people look down on, is now too expensive, and the person who earns really basic wages can't be able to afford that. We cannot all be able to afford everything. So if you're not able to afford it, then that's fine. I think the only thing that they should do is also now just review their prices, because prices of things have considerably reduced. Unlike the telcos who now have said that they've increased the bundle that we have, but now the bundles are going, the data is getting finished faster than before. So at the end of the day, it's the same thing, because you have more data for whatever cost that you have, but you can spend less is lesser. Like the value is less. Do you understand? So yeah, they should just work it out. And
I mean, if
But I just
something-
wanted to say something about the point Lenny made with regards to the beans. So I mean, honestly,
just
because
saying.
now you need like 30 CDs for a decent.
Yes.
So I just want to side
it's
with
difficult for everybody.
my,
So are we also going to tell the bean sellers?
my gobe soldiers, please, Lenny, it's expensive.
That's
what I'm saying.
So-
not everyone can
So,
afford it.
I know it's a difficult, very sensitive conversation, but Shiwo, what are your thoughts on this? It's a very, because he has DSTV one.
yes.
But
Charlie.
He's a food soldier.
He's a food soldier.
I mean, look.
He wants the price reduced.
No.
But he has friends at DSTV too.
Cyril does not want the price
I
reduced.
don't-
Who are watching him here? Like, by now, his friends at DSTV are like this. And then his other friends are like this.
Cyril does not want the price reduced. Do you?
I want the price.
My
reduced.
stomach.
Like, look, DSTV is
It's so much more.
No, DSTV is a non-essential. Okay, nobody died from not having DSTV. It's a luxury, and I think it should be treated as a luxury and not marketed as an essential means of entertainment. That is one aspect of the whole case. The reason why DSTV has become so critical and has been misconstrued as something that should be accessible to everybody is because their biggest selling point has been football. Right, let's be honest. For the last decade and a half, the content be beans. I don't remember the last time somebody told you, "Oh my God, go watch this show. It's on DSTV," or "Go watch this movie. It's on Movie Magic."
Right, okay.
We don't care.
Premier League.
It's football.
Yeah.
And because football cuts across the demographics totally in Ghana, they themselves have been marketing heavily using football as an anchor. All these bouquets, and they make sure that, whether you are paying the cheapest bouquet or the most expensive, you are getting football some way, somehow. So they themselves, from a marketing standpoint, have lost the bullseye, because what used to be a premium service leveraged on the kind of exclusive entertainment content you got, whether it was Movie Magic, One, Mnet series, or all the core things that had stuff that kept us glued. You could watch a whole array of content across different channels, and the premium was there. They've lost that premium, and now it's like if they don't have football, nobody's really going to be watching that. They have to be honest with themselves. They know. The marketing tells you that they know that their biggest selling point is football. And DSTV is not a sports. It's not DSTV is not ESPN or whatever, where I'd say their sole mandate is sports. They are supposed to be a 360 entertainer, right? But they've lost that fight with the influx of all this on-demand streaming and Netflix and Prime and Hulu and all these things that you can get access to now. I mean, nobody wants to watch Home Alone again. Nobody wants to watch another Sylvester Stallone movie or something with. I mean, also doesn't watch a Steven Seagal movie. I mean, they've lost it, right? That one day is out of the. With the money issue, it's a private entity and it's a luxury. If you can afford it, sure.
So wait, they may have lost market share with movies.
Aspect, bro.
Entertainment.
You see,
no.
Listen, so this is it.
I want
right?
to be very specific.
So let me
movies.
So let me tell you that
they have lost a market share with movies because of the introduction of Amazon Prime, Netflix, and all these on-demand channels.
Let me give you
it's categorized. There's music, there's movies, and there's news.
Bro.
No, I'm saying there's news.
Let me tell you.
For example, on our part of the continent here, you won't get access to CNN on your regular channel because it's blocked. You can only get access to it on DSTV. So let me just categorize it and say that with movies, yes.
But you see,
but with news and co,
their mass appeal was not news. When DSTV or Multichoice has come from,
their mass appeal was
their mass appeal was, in fact, Cyril,
I can watch BBC on YouTube live stream. It's free. I can watch Sky.
Up until YouTube even became a thing.
That's why I said let me chronicle it for you. Listen,
you can't watch CNN right now live on YouTube.
Listen,
it is Sky and a few others. You can't watch CNN live on YouTube.
Just search it.
No, it won't be live.
It will be live. Just add the word live to it.
They do.
I'm going there.
They do. CNN,
everything is online.
You can watch everybody live.
I'm going there. It is not live.
Oh, J Foley, your YouTube
I am
is
there
broken.
now.
You are watching something else.
Oh,
what are you talking about? CNN live.
NNC.
You cannot watch it live on YouTube. Your YouTube is broken.
They do live.
They do live.
Now
He's found it. His face is telling me he has found it.
They do live.
It's not live.
It's from yesterday. My point is,
it's not live.
Kojo, have you ever heard anybody saying that they wish they had DSTV because they wanted to watch the news?
Cyril,
No, for me, I think growing up, it used to be cartoons. And
I'm sorry, guys. Let me bring you back. Please find me the live CNN feed on YouTube.
But Jay, he was just citing one example.
No, so I'm going back to it. No, we are being specific on what you get. You won't get some movies on DSTV. You get it on Netflix and Amazon Prime and Co.
In Ghana,
so I'm saying that
when you see a billboard that's advertising,
guys, I'm not digressing. No,
DSTV,
I'm not digressing. There was a point that was made that you find CNN live on YouTube, and
so
I
that's
said,
what you want.
yes. Oh, why are you letting me?
But that's just
thing?
one.
You can pass it to finally get to it.
Okay, it's live.
It's actually live.
So
no, I have it live here.
I give you my phone.
They do live. When his face changed, that's when he found it. When his face changed, that's when he found it.
So my
everything is live.
I'm not gonna make you see. They've seen it.
No, mine is not live.
Hey, your phone is bad.
Let me see.
His iPhone is iPhone. My point is, bro, let me take you through some chronology. It used to be
highlight specific programs live, not the entire day.
Oh no, there is a live stream 24. Do you know why I know?
Why do you
because I left my TV on there, right, just to watch the news, and it's live. It's live, bro. It's on YouTube and it's live. It's HD.
So how much is YouTube paying them?
I don't know what deal they have, but every now and then, like a few hours into
and
it,
they show third-party content. So
but even from a marketing perspective, right? DSTV can say what somebody's watching somewhere else. From a marketing perspective, somebody can say what somebody is watching somewhere else is not their business. We are talking about why they're taking how much they're taking.
Yes.
So what he's saying is a lot of people are not watching it because of that. The whole reason for why they're watching it is diminishing now because they have other platforms.
Thank you. That's what they've lost the plot.
And some people
DSTV,
only pay for it for a particular reason.
DSTV,
we don't have their data, so I'm only saying that.
We as consumers,
so we cannot say that they have lost because we don't have access to their data.
We are not talking about their in-house data.
Yeah, but their in-house data is what is
to us as the viewers.
To your circle of friends. No, I'm saying that because I don't watch football. No, I'm just saying.
Let us talk.
No, you see,
before DSTV,
your statement is general.
No,
And I'm just saying
Jay,
that I don't
trying to make
acquire,
the
I don't
specific-
go, I don't go to get
I am
DSTV because
trying
of
to-
Premier
I am
League.
trying to
Jay,
make a
without,
specific
Jay,
statement.
Jay,
We are trying
you cannot,
to make the
we
specific
cannot make
statement.
assumptions, right? Per numbers, you cannot disrespect them. But we know, without being here, you know the demographic or the core
Jason.
demographic that watches Three Music.
Jason,
Bro, listen.
What
Right.
are you saying?
No,
Guy.
without being here, without working
Jay,
here.
No, that's
when you-
that's
when
a
you-
different-
Jay, when you-
no,
when
we
it's
are
a platform.
discussing, guys,
It's a
look at when you-
platform.
guys,
when you
guys,
only assume-
we are discussing something totally different now from what.
Yeah, because
we are
you spark that to
No,
a
and
totally
I'm trying
different
to,
conversation.
and I'm not done.
Mr.
I'm
C.
saying
Okay, so
that
make it finish. Make it
Mr. C,
finish.
just one point
I-
before you go. When you pass through town and you see a DSTV billboard, what are they heavily marketing?
Movies,
It's sport. No, Jay.
sports,
guys,
guys. What are you
sports.
saying?
guys,
It's heavily sports.
we
Predominantly.
as consumers,
It's sports.
we as consumers, based on how
I, as a consumer,
okay, we the three of us as consumers,
With the
based on what we used to love, what used to draw us to DSTV, what used to thrill us and justify our expenditure on DSTV, has shifted massively. DSTV didn't used to be about Premier League. There was a time when DSTV used to be about premier
don't talk all the
content.
time, Castillo.
Okay, then that being
No, I'm saying don't talk. I'm just saying, like, I'm just letting you know.
first, you didn't watch DSTV because Chelsea and Arsenal have a match. You watch DSTV because DSTV had killer content.
Okay, and Jay is asking, how do you know? That's where I know his problem is.
Yeah, because I never acquired it for the
That's
purpose of watching.
that, I know,
Chelsea
that's where
match.
Jay is stuck. He's
That's
saying
what I'm
even
saying.
till now-
That's the shift. That's when. That's why I said that was the
Until
point
now,
they lost the plot.
I don't acquire it because I
No,
want
but
to
I
watch.
think that the reason people get it is an individual.
Yeah, it's individualistic,
It's an individual thing.
Because
Let
when
me-
you
Some people
enter,
as well,
when you
they do it
enter
for
a hotel
entertainment
that has
purposes.
multi-choice DSTV,
Yes.
you hardly will see it on a football channel. You
Yes, the
hardly
hotel
see it.
bouquets are different.
Yeah, so that's what
That's
I'm
the
saying.
bouquet
Not
issue.
hotel bouquet. I'm just saying that
No,
it
the
is
hotel
trying to
bouquets
let
are
me say
different.
that it is an
So
individualistic
no.
thing.
So if you use that,
Because what do
I
you-
know.
Because if I walk into a certain restaurant,
Jay,
for example, when I had a pub, hold on.
No, they have a totally different department
No.
and a total different array of bouquets
Cyril.
for hospitality services.
That's what I'm
so
saying,
your
that-
restaurant, your hotels are not getting the bouquet combination that a residential
No,
is
Cyril,
getting.
it
And
depends
that
on what I
exists.
want to use it for. I may listen. What I'm just saying is that, look, me, I can acquire it, and I've never acquired a multi-choice product for football before because I know they like. Has anybody seen me share any all the Bruhaha Chelsea? I don't even know who the hell plays in what team. That's me. I don't
who's
have
Chelsea crowd?
bro. I don't
Yeah,
even know who
so-
they are. So for me to get, I guess I'm saying that we should be careful of the data conversation that we say. So per your view, in your perception, it is seen as the football is the biggest reason why people are still hooked on to the service. But these people may still have other. They have so many
Reasons,
other
yeah.
products that other people also get logged on for whatever reason. But the real convo is on costing. Do you understand?
And I'm saying I was trying
Yeah.
to tell you that the
Tell me.
stay packages, which are the hotel packages, are as low as 160 cedis, okay, a month. It's online for the stay packages. Why? Because of the combination of channels you get for that bouquet, because it is going to be serialized across the hotel, 10 rooms, 20 rooms, blah blah. So it's totally different. So when they are dealing with the hospitalities, they are totally different from when they are dealing with the one-on-one consumer. You can just go online and search for DSTV stay. The stay packages are totally different. So your hotels and your restaurants and whatever, and you go and they are showing that discovery and all those things. It's totally different from what you are getting in your house, based on the combination of channels, the various franchises on those channels, and what that bouquet comes up to. So you are getting channels that are doing the cooking show. What's the name? I forgot the name.
Chef It Up.
No, not Chef It Up, but there's a cooking show. There's a big cooking show that's on one of the cooking
Master
channels.
Chef.
There's Master Chef SA. There's Thank You. There's Big Brother. There's all these franchises that combine for your domestic bouquet that affect the price. Okay, so that the hotel conversation is totally different. Now the bottom line is, no matter what those combinations are, it is still not something meant for the masses. It is a private thing whether you can afford or not. But that being said, even for those who can afford, even if DSTV was 1,000 Ghana a month, okay, even if
It's almost.
even if it was flat, let's say even if it was 2,000
And
Ghana
And that's
cedis.
even dependent on the
See,
bouquet as well.
even if it was 2,000 Ghana cedis a month, okay, a lot hundreds of thousands of people in this country will not have a problem paying 24,000 cedis for an annual subscription. It's not nobody is going to lose an arm and a leg over it. You understand?
People are talking, Danny.
If you pay,
that's true.
if you pay, listen. No, do you know why?
True.
I did a little.
That cat, I want it. I want to use it for my item every day.
See, listen. No, if you average your data consumption,
somebody's watching.
Assuming, listen, if you average your data consumption annually, and you add the fact that maybe you are paying Netflix 5 user accounts, 4K subscription, you have Prime in addition, you are talking about $850 to $900 a year just on your data plus your Netflix and Prime subscriptions times today's rate. You are 10K flat minimum, right? Which means you are spending 1,000 cedis thereabouts a month on Netflix and all these things, blah blah. Because it's so segmented, you pay Netflix $9.99, you pay Prime $845, you bundle your data, and it's happening in bits. You don't realize it, but you're paying 10 to 12K for these your streaming things. But you don't want to pay 12K a year for DSTV because that would be 1,000 a month. Do you see the psychology of it? So the reason why I'm comfortable paying Netflix and Prime and all this is because what? Value. It's because all these dope movies you just showed on our trailers segment, I can bet you 99.9% of them are either on Netflix or on Prime. If I go on DSTV, Movie Magic 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10, 12, you're not going to get some of these movies.
They show you what they want.
They show you what they want, exactly. So me, who has 12K to spend annually on home entertainment, I now have to think that, okay, am I going to give it to this guy who's going to determine what he's going to show me, and the only real value I get is if there's EPL, or am I going to dog that and get these other things where they are actively producing world-class movies, bringing on board A-list actors and actresses, giving us groundbreaking shows and all these things on demand. When I get to when I'm tired, whether it's 2 a.m., I can start the series. I don't have to turn on my TV and it's season 12,
hold on,
15, and I have to
just
you get what I'm saying?
hold on.
Lost it.
Okay, now let me bring it to, I moved into a city like Dubai, the premium part of Dubai, or I move into a city like Sandton, the premium part of South Africa, in Joburg, and I see a hotel building there. So this is just to paint, will this paint a better picture of the situation? I'm just asking. And I see a building in Soweto, and I see a building in Sandton. Obviously, these two rooms may offer the same services in the rooms, but there are a lot of conditions around it that might, now to feed, if I own these two buildings or these two hospitality services, these two hotels, I may be letting Sandton fund Soweto. Do you understand? As a bigger picture business, I may be letting one plush place pay and support the other businesses, which I've seen in conglomerate media houses, for example, that some media houses may have 5 stations, but 2 are doing so well that those 2, if you go there to want to pay anything, aside from the convo of value, what they are offering you, you end up paying, they are using that business's money to fund the other ones as well. So they cannot look at it from in the side of just what can I do with one business. In the same way as taxes, for example, in Ghana, there's a certain percentage of people that get to pay actual taxes, where the bigger markets, the mass markets, because we don't have correct data and we don't have all those things, it's now work in progress. You can't easily set taxes. That's how come all these other levies come up, and then it brings about
it's limited.
It's limited, right? So you end up, so if you check it out, you realize that you probably, Jason, are paying so much tax just because you are Jason and can afford a certain life. You are paying so much, but Kojo, I don't mean this Kojo because this one I love him. The Kojo guy somewhere there in some corner somewhere, I don't limit to any job. It's not paying the same taxes as you are. You understand? So could that be the case for a brand like Multichoice, where then it looks like Ghana is being ripped off because there may be an issue of Pan-African funding, when they look at their business
Driving
markets
economies
and which
things.
economy can we this thing, and then when does regulation set in, or when does the authority of the regulator step in to now determine for you which framework to work in? Because if so, then I'm glad about this, because then there are so many other industries that we need to look at, and that's how come when I put up so what about the issue of rent, for example? Who's talking about it? But I'm sure Cyril might share a point on that, like what you said last week Friday, that then it's the failure of the regulator in that space to have made sure that the things work. So in this, for instance, could it be a conversation that maybe, and I understand to be correct, maybe Multichoice on a much broader scale, our market feeds another market, maybe Sierra Leone.
But let's not forget that Multichoice also has to deal with issues of licensing and copyright, amongst other things.
In
because they are
territories.
showing other people's content.
In
And you
certain
need to pay.
territories.
Yes, you need to pay for those things. You can't show it for
Gateway to
free.
West Africa.
No, but I'm sure.
You want to show
Yeah,
my
it
movie
comes at a
in the
cost.
gateway
I'm
to
sure
West
a company
Africa?
as Multichoice will do their
At
checks
the table of
before
position,
airing these
you want to
things.
show
Yeah,
my
that's what I'm
movie
saying.
at the
So that
gateway of
also-
West
that
Africa?
That will also come at a
Look,
cost.
guys.
That will also
guys.
come at a cost that they need to factor into,
Yeah, I mean, fair
what they
point.
are-
Fair
see,
point.
the services that they are
They're
also
offering.
offering. Yes.
See,
Right, okay.
DSTV, the broadcaster that comes on our screens, is not an essential for any Ghanaian. It is a luxury.
It's true.
It's a luxury. From the time they used to have
They still work
from
within the-
yes, but
yeah.
from the time they had the UHF antenna and the DSD9 decoder to the big dish to today that the dish
Where's
is
your money,
this-
Cheo?
to- I know,
Where's your money, Cheo?
Oh my God!
This is-
The time the RF time.
UHF.
UHF.
We were not born. We were not born. So.
The UHF.
I don't
When
know
the
how to say
office
it.
used to be at Ring Road, where Barclays is now, you go and you pay your bill and they give
Ladies
you a
and
book.
gentlemen,
They give you a
don't
book
ever
with
think
the,
serious are
with,
meat.
the, with the guide.
We're
It
not
has
born.
always been a luxury product. They opened up the luxury product for other bouquets. Hence your compact.
And made it cheaper.
Yes, hence your compact and blah blah blah. You
So
know.
you've said something here before. Do you want 100% of nothing, or you want 30% of something?
But-
So I think that the
See,
logic behind they expanding their
you know-
markets was because they
Yes.
needed to have access
Yes.
to a wider
Yes, but do you know
audience.
something? Do you know
in
something?
order to rake in more profit.
Boss.
Because if you are
Boss.
catering to a limited audience and the prices are exorbitant,
Kojo,
And
then you are
those
not.
limited
Kojo,
people
you
want
can
to
pay.
buy-
They should
Kojo,
pay.
but
You are still not going to make. You are still not going to
Kojo,
make
Kojo,
your
Kojo,
quota.
Kojo.
But it will
That's
take
why
a-
they decided
Alright,
to
guys, longer
widen the
time.
net,
Please,
widen the
people
net
who
to,
don't more,
to,
2 minutes
to have
more. Let's
access
go
to
individual, please.
People
Start-
who
starting with Cyril.
people who don't
We have
want-
2 minutes to wrap up,
People
please.
who don't want to pay Google Drive for extra space. One DSTV. Do you understand? When your inbox is full and they keep telling you that
25 cities
get
by
more
the
space
way.
from Google, you don't want
Delete
to pay.
conversations. Delete conversations.
Check your email. What you are featuring to avoid paying Google for the extra space you
25
need.
cities.
You understand? But you want to have DSTV in the house. You are delusional.
All right.
It is a luxury.
Our
It's
time
like a
is up.
Rolex.
I'm sorry.
you
Could you let
understand?
me wrap it up with you as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's all I would say. I think that there's a lot to be considered. And like I said, while Cyril might argue that it is not it's a non-essential and it is not a luxury product.
Nobody died from not having DSTV.
Now they've made it
Zandi Kamala made the
available.
movie. Have you watched it?
They've made it available to
I'm sorry.
available to a wider audience.
Yeah.
So they need to maintain it.
I'm
keep the
sorry, guys.
image.
I'm not asking your opinion, but I'm asking that what are the alternatives if this hasn't happened?
If
In
what
terms of
happened?
access, because let's say football is the biggest thing, yeah. What are the alternatives now?
Oh, Jay,
People get serious and go to
now
it.
there's sporty TV. People don't even need DSTV to watch. There's sporty TV.
No, the
There's
live
so
games,
many
like-
live games.
Yes.
yeah.
Get access to the
It's
Live
live,
games,
yeah.
basketball.
So-
And that's why
Oh,
Cyril
the-
is
the-
saying
the-
the more popular reason some people got DSTV,
Was for
they don't have
sports.
need for that anymore because now there are other alternatives.
Oh, do you have yours connected, Jason?
Hey, I never tell you I get DSTV boss.
Charlie, Jay, what was the last?
No.
Recommend me one last good show you watched on the dish.
No, I don't have the dish.
You have a dish, you don't have the subscription running.
No. I disconnected.
The last time you
yes.
went bush, you didn't fix it.
So what happened? What happened was that the remotes. I had a problem with the remotes.
you who
Wait,
can afford, no?
Like,
You
wait, start
explained
worrying me.
It's what I
You who
was asking
can
him that.
afford-
No,
did
no,
he
no.
cancel the subscription because he didn't have time to watch, and it's not about the cost.
No,
'cause
it's
not
everyone's
about
one
the
is
cost,
different.
obviously.
No,
It's not about the cost.
No,
It's
I
the
was saying
time.
that the furniture in the house I sit in it once.
But
in a
that's
blue
different.
moon.
When you keep
Consumer
making reference to
patterns
that,
have changed.
All right. On that, on you.
Consumer patterns have changed.
It's
In the
fine.
what, Joe?